And here we are, podcasting again.
On the couch again.
Not in the closet, in the couch.
In the couch or on the couch?
Or on the couch.
On the couch. And it's freezing.
As we were corrected by one of our listeners on our couch casting one, he said, "Isn't that porn?" Which it's the casting couch, I think.
Oh. So we weren't so wrong. So you researched it. You went and you looked it
up. I
did. What popped up?
Always
on the screen.
Always do your research.
So what did you find?
And there has been some action on this couch in the past.
Okay, let's not talk about that. That's not what we're here to talk about or discuss.
That's true.
So anyway.
We
are on the couch and we are doing a podcast, and it is cold. It is April 1st.
It's April 1st, and it's
flurrying. Nate's birthday. He turned 13 today.
Nate dog.
And it's flurrying outside. What is wrong with this picture?
It's like not even an April Fool's joke.
It's like Mother Nature.
Sometimes she's a real biatch.
Playing an April Fool's joke. I got 2 April Fool's jokes kind of played on me today. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, really, but I fell for both of them because I'm so gullible. You can get me. If anybody's going to do an April Fool's joke, who could I pull one over on? It's me. Because
you can be a little gullible sometimes.
But this was ridiculous though. Because so at GNC right now, we are trying to find someone to hire part-time. So if you need a part-time job and you're in the Charleston area, hit us up. Anyway, and so it's been a struggle because, it's just hard to find good people. And anyway, my manager and I were talking about it yesterday. And we were like, oh, gosh, I hope we find somebody soon. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, Thursday mornings I sleep in. And I was sleeping in a little bit. And I was woke up by his text that said, I hired someone! ! And I was like, oh my gosh, who? And he said, April. And he said her name is April. And I said, where did you find her? And he goes, April Fools, ha ha ha. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not fall for April?
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know.
Very good.
But I had just woke up. So my mind wasn't even oh, it's April Fool's Day yet.
Hadn't had enough
that's
coffee
not really
yet.
fair. Well, and then Brooke and I we were in Walmart and we had to pick up Nate's cake. And the guy was like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I'm picking up a cake. And he's like, what's the name? And as he's walking out, he goes, all right, so happy 13th birthday, Michael. And he didn't even miss a beat. And I was like, I'm sorry. He goes, is that a happy 13th birthday, Michael? And I was like, no, that must be the wrong cake. He goes, is Runyon? And I was like, yeah. He goes, what's wrong? And I was like, it's the wrong. He goes, oh, April Fools. I'm just kidding. He's like, happy 13th birthday, Nate. And I was like, oh my gosh. But the funny thing is, Michael is Nate's middle name. So for a second, I was like, did I really mess up when I was ordering the cake? And was I really loopy and just was like, oh, Michael? Because you never know. I mean, we would have taken the cake regardless. I don't care if it said Opal on it.
It wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't matter. We were gonna eat. We would laugh about it. He's 13. It's not going to hurt his feelings. We would laugh about it. We would go on our way.
He'd have been fine.
We already cut into it. It's fine.
It's true.
Anywho, it's been a long day. It's been one of those days.
It's been another day.
I'm ready for Friday tomorrow, even though I have to work the entire weekend.
It's Friday.
But next weekend, we're going out of town. We'll be podcasting on the road.
We'll take this with us. We'll podcast on the road.
Indianapolis to celebrate Jeff's early birthday.
That's right. Early birthday.
When I pause to take a drink, that's when you should fill in.
I wanted to watch.
Well, can you not multitask?
Sometimes. Oh. But not right now. See, I did it. I did it.
So, yeah, Jeff's birthday's not till May, but we have graduation, Brooke's graduation in May, graduation party in May.
Yeah, got a lot going on.
It's just too much. So, we're going to go early. You know what Kim told me today?
I don't.
Oh, my gosh.
I wasn't there.
Kim told me that she's taking her son on a graduation trip to, hey, Nate, it's the birthday boy. What is it? He's got to ask a big question. What's the big question?
I'm going to ask a question.
A big question.
He wants a new game, and it's $60.
Yes, I've been looking into it, and it just came out on Xbox yesterday.
What is it called?
Rust.
Rust.
It's called what?
It's called Rust.
Rust? R-U-S-T?
I don't think you want to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh. Is it back?
Well, then we don't know that you should be buying it.
Close.
Fully.
Well, you have pants on,
Oh,
underwear.
what kind of game
You
is?
have to survive in a world where you got to build a base and everything.
Oh, what is this a game appropriate for your age?
Yes, bro. It says
Bro.
13 and it says 13 up.
13 up. You're 13 today. If that's how you want to spend your birthday money.
Yes, I do.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna give you the 100, and you gotta owe me some money back. I don't know how much.
Let's do the math, man. 60.
We
Is
owe you
$60?
$10.
No, Jeff. We already owe
It's
him
a joke.
$10.
I'm just messing with him because he didn't know the math.
So it's a $60 game, and you gave us 100. So we owe you $50 because we owe you 10 on top of
Yeah,
that.
and $60.
So boom, we owe him $50.
We owe you $50. We will see if that's what it is when I see it go through the account.
Yeah, when we say okay. Anyway, so she was telling me, okay, bye, happy birthday.
Later. Happy birthday. Thanks for the 100.
She's taking her son, who is graduating from college, on a senior trip. For graduating college.
Right.
They're going to Las Vegas, and they're going to go in the beginning of May. Let me tell you how much it is. They're going to leave on Sunday, and they're coming back on Thursday morning. So they're going to get there Sunday kind of later. They're going to go to dinner. So half a day Sunday, all day Monday, all day Tuesday. And their plane doesn't leave until Thursday night. So basically almost all day Thursday. When I tell you this price, it is not per person. Okay. This price includes round trip. Now they're taking Spirit Air. Okay. So they don't have to have a layover. So there's a little chance that you might not come back, or you might not even make it there. I don't like to fly. I need to go on a reputable. Anyway.
Spirit Air. I think that's what Scott takes. He does it for very cheap. He tells
It's
me
very
all
cheap.
the time. Yeah.
So this is round trip, and this also includes their hotel. $411.
That's
total.
insane.
Total for both of them, not per. I was like, oh, for per person. It's like, okay, under 1,000. No, she goes, Angie, no, that's for both of us, for our round trip tickets, and then their stay in the hotel. Now, neither of them gamble, so they won't be spending any money on gambling. So she said that's basically all we'll spend, except for our food and some drinks. And she said we might pick up a show, but mainly we're going to be sightseeing and just spending time together. That's insane.
It is insane. So
That's
flight
super
and
cheap.
hotel, everything $411.
For both of them.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I
Scott
know they'll
has
spend
always tried to. He's always like, "Let's go to Vegas." He's like, "It's nothing."
It's really not.
I wonder though, because I saw on TikTok, because that's where all the information comes from nowadays.
You
A
should
guy
believe
was talking.
everything
A guy
from
was
it.
talking about the same thing about going to Vegas. He said what he didn't realize is when he got his bill for his room, and there was a resort tax that they add to your bill every night for like $50 a night.
Oh.
And you get your bill, and you're like, "Why is the rate only, $69 a night?"
Right.
But then you tax me $54 on top of that.
Ooh.
But you don't tell me about it.
Wonder if that'll happen to her. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless, though, I mean, when you're talking about flying,
That's right. Yeah.
geez, I don't know. I don't like to fly, and if I'm gonna fly, I really would rather fly on like American Airlines or Delta or something like that. This Spirit Air makes me a wee bit nervous.
They fly all the time too, and nothing happens. They're doing pretty good.
Okay, I just don't like to fly, so I would rather do what we're gonna do. So it won't be the big shiny lights and the big waterfalls or whatever they're called. Like not waterfalls. What are they called?
I have no idea what you're
the
talking
big,
about.
yeah, you do it like the Bellagio and stuff. It's not waterfalls. That's entirely the wrong word.
Fountains.
Fountains.
There we go. Yeah.
Because we're going to Indianapolis.
We are. I think we can
So-
find a fountain there somewhere, maybe.
I'm sure we can.
Where's your fountains at?
Hey, you have any cool fountains around here?
We're here to see the fountains.
Oh Lord! But we will go see a comedy show. Do we have tickets?
You know what? I tried to buy tickets the other night and it wouldn't let me. Their site was messing with me, so I need to jump on
Maybe
there
they're
and try
closed.
again. No. They were selling tickets. They had I selected a table and everything.
Who's going to be there?
I don't know who it is. There's nobody we'd know.
There's nobody funny. You know what I was going to say? Well, you need to call them or something because, buddy, this is going to come upon us, and then this is going to be sold out.
Right.
And it was one of our reasons to go. It's because there's a comedy club there.
Right.
He'll put it off.
No, I did it the other night. I'd logged everything in.
You didn't do it the other night, or we'd have tickets. You'd be like, yeah, I do.
I tried all night,
Okay, but that
and
doesn't
I couldn't
count.
get it to work.
Okay, so therefore we don't have tickets. So you didn't do anything the other night except try.
I did. I tried. I should get some credit for that.
No, you don't get credit.
My lip, I burn it tonight, and it's sticking out.
Please, it is sticking out. I see
swollen.
that. What did you burn it on there, sir?
Well, I was so hungry that when they set the pizza down,
which was piping hot, by the way, like you couldn't tell.
but I didn't know that.
Jeff, there was steam coming
I
off the pizza.
immediately just bit into it, and all of the juice, not juice, all of the sauce shot out that side, hit my lip right there, and now I got a bubble on it.
Okay, but when they bring pizza and it's piping, steaming hot, you can see the steam. And when you take the pizza, your piece off the tray, and almost all the toppings just fall off. It's so hot. That should be your first sign.
Yeah.
Okay, so start with the crust that's not that hot. Nibble on that a minute.
I could have. I didn't think about that at the time.
Goodness.
But anyway.
I saved my calories today because normally in the past, I'm loosening up a little bit. Like, obviously, I'm still in the fitness game, and I'm like, I eat on point, and except for one day a week, I do it. But in the past, I would have taken this birthday night and I would have ordered a salad, or I would have eaten before and watched them eat. And I thought about it today, and I was like, you know what? There's other ways I can do this. So why don't I just decrease my calories throughout the day? Of course, I ate. I didn't starve myself. I ate breakfast and then I ate a snack after my workout. Push myself to make it to dinner and then enjoy a piece of pizza.
Sure.
Because it's not like, oh, the family wants to go out for pizza tonight. We're celebrating something.
Yes.
I didn't eat the cake. I haven't had cake in 10 years. But I did. I ate 2 pieces of pizza, actually, and I do not feel bad about it at all.
You shouldn't.
And I think I've grown in my journey, where I think there is a time where you do need to pretty much kind of be that strict, because it's a slippery slope. And, okay, so sometimes, you eat that pizza tonight and I've already eaten pizza tonight. Tomorrow is cheat day. But you know what I'm saying? It goes and goes.
Right.
I'm disciplined enough to where I won't do that again.
Yeah, you've got it under control. You
right.
don't have to worry about it.
But there was a time when being stupid strict was, had its place. But I've learned that I can enjoy things here and there and not worry about it and not dwell on it and just adjust calories throughout the day, which I did. But it was good. But then at the same time, I sit here and I'm like, I could have. Part of me is like, why didn't I just eat eggs before I went and just chilled out? Maybe ate a breadstick or something. Because after the fact,
boring.
Well, I know, but after the fact, it's it's not doing anything for me. You know what I'm saying? It's so temporary, that food is.
Food is temporary. It's definitely
it doesn't stick with
thing.
you. I should have just eaten eggs and then had.
You're backtracking on
more
what you started
alcohol,
out saying.
Because alcohol has calories, yes, but at least it does something for you. It relaxes you. The pizza just makes me feel a little bloated.
It was good.
So anyway, another thing I was going to bring up. Okay, so as you know, Brooke is pregnant, and right now,
really,
yeah, I'm not going to go into details of why, but she's fine. The baby's fine, but there's an issue where she's having to be on rest, so the doctor doesn't want her up walking around a lot. She's not on strict bed rest. She can walk, from the car to the house, or she can walk around the house to the bathroom, whatever. So she's not on strict bed rest, but she's not allowed to go shopping around and all this stuff. Well, she was kind of really wanting to go to the store really bad. And I'm like, Brooke, you're doing so well at healing this issue that I don't want to mess it up. And she was like, I just want to go in a store and I need to buy some shirts and I want to look around. I was like, okay, well, let's ask Mama if you can borrow Mimi, which is my grandmother's wheelchair that she doesn't use. She broke her hip months ago and she got a wheelchair and now she doesn't use it. She walks around even without a cane. She's actually amazing. She's 86, broke her hip, fully recovered.
Phenomenal.
Walking around without even a cane. But she has this extra wheelchair she doesn't use. So she was like, Mom, I am a 17-year-old girl. You can't even, when she's sitting down, when she's standing up, you can kind of tell she's got a little pooch that she's pregnant. But when she's sitting down, you really, if you're not looking carefully, you can't really tell. She's not a big girl. She's tiny. Anyway, she's like, people are going to look at me and judge me and be like, what in the world? Why does she need a wheelchair? And I was like, I don't care. Let them look. I don't think people would really do that. So it made me think, I myself, if I saw a mom, an adult lady, pushing around a teenager in a wheelchair, I'm immediately thinking they just had some sort of surgery.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Or something's up, or she's sick. Not that she's lazy, or, you know what I'm saying? She was really worried about that. And would you think anything?
Never. If it was a mother pushing around a daughter or a father pushing around a daughter, a kid, I would think they had something done. Something's going on with them.
Right.
They need to be pushed around.
Right.
It's not like the obese people on the freaking jet scooter, or not jet
scooter.
The scooters in Walmart, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That you're like, look, just because you're 400 pounds overweight.
Ooh, he's going to go touch on it.
You shouldn't be using those.
I tend to agree a little bit.
I think they should put signs on it saying you need to be handicapped, not fat.
Okay, but I think sometimes being that much overweight is a handicap. Like, I think that if you're only because I've been pregnant and I've still not been like that much overweight, like obese, but I think obesity in and of itself kind of is a handicap because when you have all that weight, sometimes your heart can't handle pulling you around. Sometimes your lungs can't support you walking through a store. So,
well, some of these people I can
sad,
tell that probably they can.
While it's sad,
I give the old people a pass.
Okay, yes, the old people. But I still give the obese people a pass too. Because we don't know that they're not working on their fitness outside of Walmart.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
I know that they aren't.
No, you don't.
If you're using a scooter in Walmart,
Jeff,
you don't have
no,
anything to do with fitness
Yes,
ever.
you do. Just maybe they've just
Walmart is flat. There's no inclines.
When you were obese,
you can slow down anytime you want and take a rest.
When you were overweight and you're obese, only because I've been pregnant, like I got a little bit of taste of it. Sometimes doing those simple activities that somebody who is 145 pounds like me, 175 pounds like you is a piece of cake.
I'm 183 pounds.
Okay, whatever. And
it is a little more laborsome.
Up to 150.
It's a little
sometimes.
more laborsome.
Okay, but I'm just
I go to Walmart.
saying it does make a difference. And you don't know that they're not working with somebody outside of Walmart.
Yes, I do.
And no, you don't. Every day. Or maybe they just started and they have to take little steps and they're still not ready to walk through Walmart unassisted. And maybe it's going to be bad for their lungs or bad for their heart if they overdo it. Maybe just walking from the car to the door would take their heart rate up so high that it would not be safe. They should not be prevented from shopping. Period.
Oh, I'm not saying they should be prevented from shopping.
Well, you're going to make them walk, and if their heart rate gets over a dangerous amount, they're going to kill over.
So they can't walk, but I guarantee they can shove Snickers in their face and smoke cigarettes.
They can. I'm not disputing that. But that's not for us to judge.
I know it's not.
Just because they eat poorly and that they're obese doesn't give them, they still have a right to go to Walmart and however they need to do it.
I know they have a right to go to Walmart, or else Walmart wouldn't be Walmart.
But I'm just saying, like, how can you sit there and look at them and be like, you shouldn't be in that cart. Get up and walk. You obviously need it. That's what you're saying.
Not like that.
Yes, you are, because I've heard you.
I don't
Yes, you
sound
have.
like that.
Yes, he does.
No.
Jeff.
I'm saying, look, it might be best for you to move around a bit.
Maybe they do, and it's so embarrassing they don't want to move around a bit in the cereal aisle at Walmart. They want to do it in the privacy of their home.
It's more embarrassing than blocking the cereal aisle with their freaking motor scooter.
Now, that does bug me.
And then they don't care
on their
either.
motor
That's the thing the other
because
day that irritated me is that the person's blocking it, and they don't care.
Is that what it's called, a motor scooter?
That's what I'm calling it.
A motorized cart is what we're talking about.
A motorized cart.
I do hate that. That, like, just because you're in a cart doesn't mean you can sit it in the middle of the thing and block the aisle. Be considerate. And if you don't know how to drive it, then you shouldn't be allowed to. I agree with that. Because there's some of these people who are driving these motorized carts, and they don't know how to do it. Are you stuck?
Which I think you should have to be certified.
You should. You should have to take a course.
You should have to
Before
take a
you rent
motor.
one of
There
these.
should be a little course with fake aisles.
Right.
And fake freezers.
I agree. And people with barriers.
You should have to go to the DMV and get a little sticker.
Well, I don't think so. I think you should be able to walk into Walmart and say, this is my first time needing a motorized cart. And they say, okay, ma'am, step over here. I need to take some information. We have a small course that you need to go through. If you pass, you will get a lifetime, or it's good for 5 years. You just bring this in when you need it's like a little motorized cart driver's license because you've passed our course once. And next time you come into Walmart, right, like a Sam's Club, next time you come into Walmart, you show us this, that you're authorized and you've passed our test, and you won't have to do this anymore.
You know what most of them are going to do, though? They're going to get up and they're going to go, I'll just walk. Just like they do when they park it. When you see them park it outside and walk all the way to their car,
but Jeff,
carrying all of their bags.
But
how did you do that?
That's small because
they got healed. It's like Benny Hinn touched them on their way out.
Benny Hinn touched them on their way out. It's like, think about it. That's still a small steps from the cart return to their car is not like walking through Walmart for.
That's a good point.
For
And
30 minutes
it's sort of sloped a little downhill. So I'm sure
depending on the Walmart.
It's easier.
Depending on the Walmart. Not too not too far downhill to take off, and then we're gonna have a whole other issue. But I give people a little bit more sympathy than Jeff. I get what you're saying. Like, it's sad that you're in the condition that you can't even walk through Walmart. But I bet they have to deal with that enough rather than some little asshole over here, Jeff, looking at them being like, you should get up and walk. If you can't walk, you shouldn't even be here. Dude,
I never said that.
Do click it.
Yes, exactly. Stay in your car and smoke your cigarettes and have them bring it out to
just
you.
Because, and this is what I'm saying.
Don't come and block my aisles. I'm trying to get to the freaking cereal.
You're going to be fine. You're 175 pounds and you can walk.
Right. So I should be preferred. I should get the preferred
you're not preferred.
aisle. I should be.
You're a douchebag. Certifiable. Listen, I have sympathy now that Brooke is in this position, right?
She's not obese.
She's not obese,
and she
but
doesn't
she can't
smoke.
walk. Oh my God.
And you know what? I'm all for the smoker. I'm all for the eater. I'm all for them. I know plenty of smokers that can go to Walmart and they can get their food.
Okay, but that's not everybody. There are some people who are obese, Jeff, and they can't do it.
And I'm okay with obesity.
My point is, I'm seeing it from a different light, because before I probably would have agreed with you. But where Brooke has been stuck in the house for 3 weeks, she just wanted to go to the store. Okay?
And she should.
And I put her in a wheelchair and I wheeled her through Walmart, and I dared anybody to say anything. And you know what? Nobody did. We got a couple sympathy looks. I'm not going to lie. Like, oh, I wonder what's wrong with her. You know what I mean? And people were really nice. Oh, am I in your way? Let me scoot over. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, you know what I mean? But she wanted to go look at the shirts herself. She didn't want to be on FaceTime with me. She didn't want me to pick them out. She was like, I actually want to go this time. My point is, these obese people have a right to do that too. And if that means they have to be in an electric buggy, cart, whatever you want to call it, then so be it. But I do think they need to know how to drive it.
I agree.
You don't agree?
I do. I just like to have fun with it.
No, you don't, because you actually say this stuff in the store.
Not always. Only, but it's a case by case. There's some people that they're obese and they drive just fine. They stay out of my way, so I'm okay.
Right. I just think that, like, it is sad that there's obesity, and I think that
I hate it.
I do too, and I think that some of it is self-inflicted, but I think some of it goes way deeper than that. Like,
I do
think,
too.
You know
There's
what I'm saying?
some emotional issues there.
There's some emotional issues
because I'm a stress eater. If you left me, I might be one of those people.
And maybe
I may be opening a bag of Oreos in the store while I'm driving my scooter.
Right. And maybe it's just in their genes. Like, that doesn't mean they have to stay that way, but it means that it's easier for them to get that way, because maybe they've been around obesity all their life and no one has tried to help them. You know what I mean? And maybe it's because I'm coming from my world. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I don't train really obese people necessarily. I have.
You don't. You totally reject them. You're like, you can't train with me.
No, I don't.
Because you ride a scooter at Walmart.
I would love to. I have a couple of times trained obese people. It's not my niche. Like, it's not my, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's like neither here nor there. But I was just wondering what you would think about a teenager be pushed around in a wheelchair. Now,
I think it's great.
I would have a different view, and I wouldn't have a different view, but I might look kind of funny. I wouldn't, me personally, but I could see somebody looking funny, like if Brooke were in the wheelchair and she was being pushed by one of her friends and they were giggling and stuff. Like, are they goofing?
Right.
Are they just being goofy?
That's more of an easily
not.
judged situation.
It is, but maybe they're not. Because what if Brooke wants to go with Hannah to Walmart and use the wheelchair? You know, they're goofy by nature. And people might look at them being like, they're goofing off. Like, somebody needs that. You know what I'm saying? And actually Brooke does right now. So I was just, all that went through my head, and I was just like curious of what you, like, if I didn't think you would.
No.
Because you're not usually that harsh.
No.
Well, I mean, you are in certain.
Not really.
Certain
I make
situations.
fun of things. I'm not really being harsh. I just like to have fun with things.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
Right. There was one time a lady was in an electric cart, and she almost ran me over because her backup beeper didn't work, and I had no clue she was going to back up. And I'm like, girl, your beeper doesn't work.
And I guarantee you she didn't have her insurance.
I'm like, do you even have
She didn't have electrical cart insurance.
She didn't have her electrical cart license, let alone insurance. And I need to know what happens to these electric carts if they die in the middle of the store. Like, their battery dies. Not the person driving them, like their battery dies.
Okay. I thought somebody dies. I was like, well, I mean, it would be a problem.
No, like the battery on the
basically,
cart.
you just roll them out of the way.
I low-key want to drive one.
They look pretty slow.
I do. I would be impatient. I just want to get in and out of there.
Yeah, I just want to get in and out of there.
Same.
And that's what irritated me tonight when I went into Kroger. And I go into Kroger. This guy comes out of an aisle, and he kind of gets in front of me, and he walks slow. But I'm not going to push him, you know. And there's no room in Kroger because they got these stupid displays up at the South Charleston. So I can't go around him.
Their center aisles are
without
terrible.
touching him.
Right.
And that would have been gross. And so, because it's just weird. And so he beats me to the self-checkout section where there's nobody. It's just,
which rattled you, I'm sure.
It's me and him. No, it's fine that he beat me there. He's going to go to his. They're all open. I'm going to go to mine. But what's he do? He says, hey, I'm going to need your help. I ain't never done this before. To the lady, the one attendant that's working there. And normally this would not bother me, but I had alcohol with me, which meant my whole purpose for going to the quick checkout, the self-checkout, is to check out quickly and get out, right?
Right.
And so now I have to wait, just like I would have to wait in line because she has to check this guy out in the self-checkout.
Yeah, what was his point of going there?
And she was like, you just scan him, you just swipe him over it, put him in the bag, and then when you're done, you pay however you're going to pay. The screen will walk through it. And he's like, no, I need you to help me.
Then why didn't he just go to a line?
And I'm sitting there, I'm going, dude, there's freaking 3 clerks over here in the line. You could go over there. What's wrong with you, you idiot? You know, I mean,
right.
This is, if you can't figure this out, why are you in the store?
Right.
You know, so.
Maybe he doesn't know how to read.
Maybe he needed to be in an electrical cart.
He probably should have just gone to a line if he didn't know how to do it.
Why would you go? Why would you not? That's
maybe
my whole point.
Maybe it's on his bucket
list. I was
list.
Larry David. I stepped away from my machine.
I can see you doing this.
And I stood in the middle with my arms crossed.
You're douchebag.
Like
I swear.
Larry David.
Like who are you, sir?
I'm the guy that's in the right. I'm in the right. I think anybody would agree with me that is level-headed.
Welcome to my world.
That I'm there to get out. You see that I need somebody to put in my birth date, right? When are they going to come out with face scanners so they can just scan my gray face?
Because you could be prematurely
gray. They're going to be like, look at
and
that
there could
gray.
be a 20-year-old that is
well,
older.
Give him his poor kid. He's got gray. Give him his alcohol if he's 20 and he's got gray hair. They should get an exemption.
They should have a thumb scanner that can scan your fingerprint to know who you are and know you're old enough.
They should.
I'm coming up with all good ideas tonight.
And I'm sure they'll have that in the near future. Anyway, that's my grocery store frustration.
Listen.
There's etiquette to the self-checkout, just like there's etiquette to the deli.
There totally is.
Self-checkout etiquette.
There should be a separate line where you can go through if it's your first time, because everybody has a right to learn the self-checkout. Maybe that's
dummy.
His,
he's 50 years old. Come on, man. Go to the
maybe
if you're too old to figure out the self-checkout, you need to get checked out by a clerk.
Maybe there's a fear of keeping people waiting and looking stupid, but he really wants to do it because he's always wanted to be like work at a cash register, and now it's his moment. But he's scared because he didn't know how to do it. He didn't want to have people waiting, so he just wants help this one time.
He had no fear about keeping people waiting.
You don't. He literally.
Then why do you keep me waiting?
You're one person.
He dominated her. He could have been like, well, help him because there's nobody else in the damn store. And then all she has to do is come over and put my birthday down.
Do you think everybody's looking at you and seeing what you're buying? He doesn't care about you and what you're buying.
He doesn't care about anybody.
Like he's looking at you and be like, oh, he has alcohol.
Listen,
go help him. He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care about any. No, she goes, hold on a second. I'll be right there to help you. She tried to tell him, hey, I got to do my job.
Then she should have just said, sir, I'll help you in a second. I got to go put this birthday in.
You know what she should have done? She should have said, hey, bro, you need to go get in line because you clearly shouldn't be in self-checkout.
I disagree. He needs to learn, and now he knows, and now he won't need help anymore.
He'll never do it. He'll never be able to do it. You should have seen this guy.
I do agree that there is self-checkout line etiquette. We've talked about this before. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. When you...
This is a guy that can't make a sandwich. He goes home and somebody does everything for him. Well, that's the problem with this guy.
No, if that were the case, he would go through a line that he doesn't have to do himself.
He didn't. She basically did it for him, and that's what was funny about it.
Oh
it's
gosh.
Like, what is going on here?
I don't even know.
I felt like Larry David. I was just...
But my biggest pet peeve is when people come through these lines and they have a cart full of. I think it's a 20 item or less.
It does not say that.
It does not. We've talked about this, but it doesn't. It also doesn't say you can't come through this line if you don't know how to work the machine. But people do it anyway.
Well, they shouldn't.
Okay. Well, they shouldn't have more than 20 items in their cart either. When
Well,
people
now
come
there's
through,
a bunch though. You notice that?
There is, but people.
There's like 12 now.
But it doesn't matter. You don't need to come through with like a cart full of groceries for your family of 12 through the self-checkout line. That's just stupid. People go through the self-checkout line because they're like you tonight. They're in a hurry.
I was.
And if you're holding up...
I had candles and wine.
If you're holding up a line because you have like 100 items in your cart, that's not what that line is for.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you on this one.
Now, the ones at Walmart that have the actual belt, they're meant for a lot of items. And we know this. But the other self-checkouts where it's just the little terminal, like with the cash register, and there's like a few bags on the side, it should clue you when there's only a thing with one bags, okay? Like, or two little things that hold the bags. That should clue me to be like, I'm not supposed to have a lot of stuff here. Versus at Walmart when they have the belt, one clue that it's okay to have a lot of things, and they have a turnaround thing for your bags. Okay, this is meant for you to have a lot of items.
Right.
We shouldn't have to explain this to you, Martha.
Martha's
like,
a bitch.
take your cart full of stuff and go to the line. Because I have my arm full with 5 items that I'm supposed to be here for.
See, inconsiderate.
Yes.
Martha's inconsiderate, and douche Dave tonight. He was inconsiderate.
No, you're douche Dave tonight. Your
what
attitude.
What did I do wrong?
You didn't do it. Your attitude towards people is not really that right. I think you need to.
My attitude is fantastic. I'm great with people. I love people.
You love making fun of people.
I do. It's great. It's a lot of fun, but only if they deserve it. And sometimes if they don't, and they just are irresistible.
How do you know if they deserve it?
He deserved it. He deserved. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. And you know what? The problem is it irritated me a little bit. Maybe I'm getting old.
I can tell.
Maybe I'm getting old. I'm getting like Larry David.
Because you came right to the pizza place and told us all about it.
I did.
Well, and it could be that he had a bad day. Like, I'll tell the story
real quick. I don't care about his day. You know what? He can't just hold everything up because he has a bad day. I might have a bad day, but that doesn't mean I rule the world now. And I get to make everybody's day horrible.
He made your day horrible.
Yes.
You need Jesus.
And
how can that make your day
horrible? Here's another thing. Did you see me? Wait, no, you weren't behind me yet. The freaking light out here.
Oh, I saw you. You got irritated, and the funny thing is, we both ended up at the same place at the same time.
Yeah, but it was principle, and that's not the time I got mad. It was at the light at Speedway.
Oh no, I'm talking about the gym
freaking
today.
Nobody coming across. Nobody. Freaking car in front of me would not go, had its blinker on and just was sitting there.
Oh boy.
Finally, I held my horn down.
Oh, I guarantee you
held it down.
Oh, I guarantee you
The only time I took my hand off the horn was to go, what are you doing?
What did Kaylee and Brennan do?
They stayed quiet.
Poor guys.
And finally, we get through the light when it's turning yellow. And then I looked at the plates, and it's North Carolina plates.
And he probably was looking down his phone and didn't even know it was green.
For a whole light. And I honked from the beginning.
Well, here's the thing. So Jeff,
it was a lady. It was an older lady.
Well, she might have fallen asleep. Maybe she has narcolepsy. Fell asleep.
Maybe.
And here's douchebag Dave behind her beeping, probably giving her a heart attack. She might have had a quick little heart attack.
I woke her ass up, I'll tell you that.
Jeez. He's horrible at driving. So here's the thing. Jeff and I meet at Planet Fitness most days to work out.
That's stupid.
Okay,
today.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh my gosh,
so we
was so
come from
First they cut me off.
Well, can I tell the story?
Yeah.
So we come from opposite ends of the interstate, okay? And so I don't know how. Sometimes we time it just right.
That's amazing.
It is crazy. We've done it twice. So I'm coming down. He's getting off the interstate and merges in front of me, which is fine. And there was a car in front of him that was at the stop that... What happened?
It was in the turn lane, and then it pulled over.
Off. He did cut you off.
Which I'm fine with cutting me off if you don't slow me down.
But he was going slow.
He was going like 10.
And I was in my car going, Jeff is so triggered right now.
Oh, I was.
Your blood pressure's going up. So
I was so triggered.
Jeff takes off and pulls out and goes around him. I stay behind him because we're getting ready to turn into Planet Fitness.
I knew what you were going to say when I got in there. I was like, she's going to say, we got the same place, same
Okay,
time.
so he like flies around him, turns in. I stay behind him because I'm like, the turn is literally at 100 yards. And I turn in. Jeff pulls in the parking spot. I literally pull in right beside him. I'm like, what was the point? Like, to him, it was principle. I have to fly around this guy and cut him off and get in front of him. I just know you. And I'm in my car cracking up because I'm like, his veins are coming out of his neck right now.
I'm getting old.
I got into a fight with a lady at that same light one day, but she turned from the turn lane. She was like, "Oh crap, this is a turn lane." She doesn't cut me off. She comes over on me, and if I wouldn't laid on my horn when I did, she would have hit me. She rolls down her window and calls me a bitch. She rolls her window down. I roll my window down, and we had a little verbal altercation.
That's all.
And I got in front and she got behind me, and I said, "I hope you pull in Planet Fitness parking lot. Pull up, please." I was not in the mood that day. We would have gone around her too. She's feisty. I don't know.
You got your ass beat.
No, sir. There is no way, man. She was a crackhead. There is no way.
Oh.
I'm telling you. I don't even think she knew where she was. It would have taken
You
one
said
hit.
she said, "I want it over."
"I want it over, bitch." And I was like,
so that's how this works. You want it over,
okay.
so
Like,
I just stop what I'm doing.
if she would have been in that lane, had her signal on, and I would have seen her, I would have let her over because I
Sure
know
you
that's a
would have. You're a
turn
very
lane, and you
nice
might
lady.
not. I know you know that your tags are West Virginia, bitch. That's what she
Right.
called me. That's how she said it,
Bitch.
And I was like, okay, so that's fine, but you can't just pull over. And I beeped my horn so she wouldn't hit me, not to be a jerk about it.
Right.
And you're going to get mad at me for saving both of our cars in an accident? Oh my gosh. But anyway, she went on. She didn't pull in. She didn't want any. She knew. She's like, oh crap, she's going to Planet Fitness.
She missed her workout that day. The crackhead was like, "Well, I guess I'm not going to work out today."
I literally have never in my life so much wanted somebody to pull in the parking lot that I get into like a altercation with in the traffic. I was ready to tell her because she made me so mad. And I would have told her, and we could have gone and we could have worked out together. I'd have been fine. I just needed to get off my chest.
The problem with road rage nowadays is people get filled full of bullets now.
I know, and I thought about that for a
Because
second.
people carry guns.
I was like, ooh, but you act like before you think that.
I do, and you do.
I do too, but not as bad as you do.
Not,
I've laid
no,
off.
not as bad as I do. I'm turning into my dad.
I laid
I'm
off
a
because
really nice guy, and I can be your friend, but it's just something about being in the car.
he turns into the Hulk when he's in the car.
There's something about being in the car.
He turns green. He freaks out. Like, he just rages. Like, he rages in the car.
I do. I get a little crazy.
He's crazy in
I
the car.
admit it.
Anyway. Whew.
Oh, that was a good podcast.
It was. All right. I'm glad. So now we know what Jeff thinks about people in motorized carts.
Not everybody.
Almost.
Some definitely deserve to be in the motorized cart, and maybe they have underlying issues that I'm not aware of.
Exactly. You should not judge
I
people
shouldn't, but it's
in a
more
motorized
fun
cart because
to,
you don't know their underlying issues.
All of them couldn't have underlying issues.
Yep. Maybe.
Yeah. We can stop now.
I'm done with you. I need more wine.
All right. That's all.
All right. Peace out.